Do you want to go from this to this? Well, look no further, because I'm bringing you yet another epic Diablo 4 guide. It's the Pulverize Poison Insane Slaughter Druid build. This build is designed to smash any demon that comes in your way, all the way from Tier 1 to 100. It focuses on high damage and clear speed to get you to level 100 as fast as possible and have a hecking ton of fun doing it. Let's look at some pros for this build. Since Pulverize Druids suck walnuts at single target damage, I have incorporated poison to boost my damage to godlike proportions. You also get to have a snake to follow you around, so you don't have to feel lonely anymore. The build also has low gear dependence, which lets you start playing the game before level 100. Alright, let's get started with some gear and aspects. For defensives, we are looking for armor, damage reduction, while fortified, damage reduction, and damage reduction from distant enemies. Max life is also good as heck. For helm, we want the Vasili's Prayer. This has a high drop rate, so you should be able to get it as long as your karma is high enough. You do charity work, right? Then you are fine. For chest, you have two options. Unless you're a gentle, tender, and sensitive crybaby, you use Insatiable Fury for mad DPS. I can confirm that you are, however, so here is another option. Grab the 4 X defensives, armor, DR while fortified, DR from distant enemies. Max life is also a good stat here. For aspect, we grab Aspect of Might, obviously. What about the gloves, then? For sure not these, right? Yeah, we should have attack speed. We also want lucky hit chance, crit chance, and ranks to pulverize. We grab the aspect of Ursine Horror so we can benefit from some sick talents in the talent tree later on. For legs, we need 4 X defensives. We grab flat DR, DR from distant enemies, DR while fortified, and total armor while in werebear. As aspect, we want Aspect of Disobedience. If you're going for the tier 100 farming, however, then you should have this aspect on your amulet. Onto the boots. To be fast as heck, we need movement speed. Other good stats are Fortified Generation or Willpower, DR while injured, and Spirit Cost Reduction. For Aspect, we need to have Aspect of Quicksand. This will give us survivability as well as Mad Spirit Regen with the Umbral aspect. Alright, time for the exciting parts. Stack 3 X defensives on the amulet and grab Envenom for fast demon killing. Movement speed is also nice, indeed, my friend. For Aspect, we use Aspect of Retaliation. Since we can keep Fortify up with this build, this will give us some damn good DPS. Are you also sick of the Barber Heart? Good, because this build is not using it. We use Caged Heart of the Malignant Pact to stack up those Grisly Rage stacks quickly. Barber can be used for tier 100 farming, however. Alright, time to look at the rings. As stats, we are looking for lucky hit chance, crit chance, vulnerable damage, and max life or crit damage. For aspects, we use Aspect of the Rampaging Werebeast because it's completely broken, well MAO. We also use the Umbral so we can keep spamming those pulverizers. The hearts we will be using is Revenge and Tempting Fate. These will give us the defensives and damage we need to have fun. As weapon, we can choose either a staff or a one-handed axe with a totem. If you want to farm tier 100, then I would suggest that you use a one-hander and a totem. I have already cleared tier 100 a million times before, so I'm going to choose a staff. For stats, we are looking for high weapon damage and vulnerable damage. We would also like core skill damage and either willpower or crit damage. As aspect, we chose the Shockwave aspect. A bonus for this aspect is that the shockwaves are pretty damn cool. For gems, we want more crit damage. Okay, my friends, we are now done with aspects and gear. Time to look at my highly intellectual skill tree construction. We start off with Earth Spike. This is a ranged ability with a high lucky hit chance, which is exactly what we need. If you didn't realize yet, this will be a ranged build. We then go for Enchanged and Wild Earth Spike for more CC and spirit. Next, we grab the most badass ability in the game, Pulverize. We also grab the enhanced and primal Pulverize, so that we can survive. Predatory Instinct and Iron Fur are some good talents, since they grant us crit chance, as well as some good damage reduction. Heart of the Wild and Wild Impulses grant us even more damage. Grab this ability and thank me later. It is called Earthen Bulwark. With Enhanced Earthen Bulwark, we will be unstoppable. I don't know about you, but I enjoy playing this game, so chose this talent. Preserving Earthen Bulwark is also OP as hell. Wow, look at that. There's a build that actually uses companion skills. How rad. We chose Poison Creeper so we can nuke down elites and bosses with extra crit damage. We also chose Enhanced and Brutal Poison Creeper for a hecking ton of crit chance. Nature's Reach is too good to pass out on. With this build, all mobs will be slowed, so this talent grants us 18% damage. Yeah, I could barely believe it either when I first saw this. We chose Trample for more mobility and to break CC. We obviously want Envenom for more crit damage. We then grab all of these talents for extra damage and survivability. Like all other builds, we pick all of these for damage and healing. Boring, but a must. Of course, we also grab Grizzly Rage. It's the best ability in the game. For ultimate, we need the Earthen Might. This is really damn good with this build, since our abilities have a high lucky hit chance. Thank you for watching this far. My voice is getting sore, so I will just grab a cup of tea. Alright, I'm back to show you how to play the game and to get Gud. If you start engaging, I usually use Earthen Bulwark to avoid getting one shot. We then want to use Poison Creeper if we see an elite, and then pop Grizzly Rage. With Grizzly Rage up, you spam as much Pulverize as you can and have a hecking ton of fun. You can try to line mobs up when you game like here. Just try to avoid cooming too much from the epicness. Only the Paragons left then. In the starting board, we want the Spirit Glyph. If you are low level, however, I would go with Exploit, since it's in the end of this build, and you need the vulnerability. In the Heightened Malice board, we grab a few nice damage to poison nodes as well as the Tracker Glyph. This gives us a lot of damage when we have poisons applied. In the Earthen Devastation board, we grab the Werebear Glyph. This is a damn good glyph. Before we take the next glyph, we also want Ancestral Guidance and Reclamation. Why, you may ask? Because it's OP as hell, of course. In the Inner Beast board, we channel our Inner Beast and grab the Undaunted Glyph. In the last board, the Constricting Tendrils board, we have our Exploit Glyph. As I said before, this glyph can also be in the starting board if you are low level, and it is a must-have. Alright, bud, that's all for this guide. If you have any build requests, drop a comment. Subscribe if no soy boy, and always remember, D4 bad.